up like never before, and now hot sauce is being hailed as the staple that could be the secret to your summer diet. But is everyone fired up for good reason? Food journalist Mark Schatzker investigates.
It's nearly impossible to walk down a grocery aisle or sit down at a restaurant without seeing America's greatest condiment craze, hot sauce. Since 2000, our love affair with this flavor flame has grown 150%. That's more than ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, and mayo combined. And once Beyonce declared she carries hot sauce in her bag, swag. It's safe to say we're in the middle of a full-on hot renaissance. The first hot sauce company to dominate the market back in the 19th century, Tabasco, still leads all other brands and follows a family recipe of chili peppers, vinegar, and salt. So simple, yet so effective. Tabasco's biggest competition, Frank's, also uses a similar process of aging cayenne peppers. From south of the border, there's also the up-and-coming Cholula line, which comes in a variety of fiery flavors. And from Asia, the very hip and very hot Huy Fong's Sriracha sauce, which uses jalapeno peppers, garlic powder, and a handful of other ingredients to create a unique flavor that has skyrocketed in popularity since its creation in 1980. Okay, so we all know how blazingly hot sauce is right now. But did you also know that hot sauce might be, dare I say it, good for you? Research shows that the active ingredient in pepper, known as capsaicin, may have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and even anti-cancer benefits. Oh, and did I mention it might also play a role in weight loss? Which begs the question, has the secret to your summer diet been sitting in your kitchen all along? And like Beyonce, should we all be adding hot sauce to our bags? Swag?
We're about to find out. Renato's also here, taste testing the 3 best ways to use hot sauce for weight loss with Noah Chaimberg, who's known as the world's best hot sauce sommelier. You guys dig in over there. I'll be there in a second. Let's get to the first top reason hot sauce may be the weight loss trick that you're looking for. It doesn't pack on the calories. And I got Mark next to me to explain all that. Is that true? Doesn't have any calories at all?
Dr. Oz, we love condiments in this country. You could say America is one giant condiment aisle, stretching from coast to coast, but here's the problem. When we put that stuff on our food, we're very often putting sugar or fat, sometimes both, at the same time. So our food's going in the wrong direction, calories. So let's do a little test here. Everyone loves putting ketchup on their eggs. So I'm gonna put a little ketchup on.
I put hot sauce on
I want you to put a little hot sauce on.
Should I put the top back on? Nah. Be bold.
Now this one I think tastes better. But this is where it gets really interesting. This one tastes better. This one, 38 calories, 0 calories. Give that a try. Let me know what you think.
First of all, the fact there's 0 calories is sort of intriguing. Well, I mean, it's hot sauce. It's hot. Keep talking.
But good.
It is good in a painful way, but yes, it is good.
It's a good pain. Absolutely, exactly.
Pain.
And it gets better. The more you do it, the better it gets.
All right. So next is hot sauce helps you keep satisfied, so maybe you won't eat so much. What is the theory behind this? If we really had a food that could satiate you without calories, because you just pointed out 0 calories, we should all be on it. We should be in our purse, like Beyonce says.
Scientists have been looking at this at Purdue University, and it seems to have something to do with satiety. And there's 2 theories as to what's going on. The first is that the food in your mouth is just really freaking hot, so you can't eat it as quickly. But there's another theory, which is that actually your body's sensitive to this. The signal's coming from the gut, and it's saying, hey, not so fast. There's a lot of hot sauce coming in here.
I heard that you actually eat less at the next meal. Is that true, you think?
There's been some research that's shown that as well.
I like this.
Yeah.
I like this.
It's good news.
All right, so that's all the good reasons why you may not eat as many calories. But here's the part that really got on my radar screen. Some say that the hot sauce actually kicks up your metabolism. So if you don't mind, for a change-up, you're going to be the guinea pig if you're willing to, and I'll explain, if you trust me. I'm a doctor.
I'll trust you, okay.
I'm a doctor, all right.
I'm in good hands.
But here's the thing, you got to bite one of these peppers. I have no idea how hot they are.
I like where this is going.
You know where this is going, all
I don't
right.
trust you anymore.
And here's the thing, the time it takes you to eat that pepper, or a bite of it anyway, I'm going to explain why it might speed up metabolism. You ready? All right, put it in there. Cut goes. Now, the pepper has an ingredient called capsaicin. Here's what's happening in the body. One of the main chemicals in the pepper causes your body temperature to rise. You feel it burning inside of you. You feel it like a little, you feel it, oh my goodness, it smells hot from here.
I've lost 5 pounds already.
All right. Researchers think that fire actually boosts your metabolism so you temporarily will burn more calories. Partly because you got to move energy around to quell this fire in your belly. What do you think?
I think I need to eat something else.
You're sweating a little bit?
I'm sweating a lot
One
of it.
come on, is that a tear I noticed? Yes, Mark, it is a tear.
I'm very emotional.
You're very emotional because you actually get pain receptors activated by the chemicals as well. So maybe emotionally it might change you as well. But to your point, since it is a little uncomfortable, you should have a little fat with your pepper because it's fat soluble. So the capsaicin will melt away, although the pain may persist for a little bit.
It's cooling down.
Is it cooling you off?
It's cooling down.
All right. Give Mark a hand for being a guinea pig. Looks not a bad idea either. So once you've caught your breath and you've put the fire out, what should you look for on the bottle?
This is my advice. Simple is always better. One of my favorite things is dipping French fries just in crushed chilies. Nothing else, just crushed chilies. Now, some hot sauces are more sauce than they are hot. People are adding a lot of sugar. They're adding a lot of salt. You see things like high fructose corn syrup. I don't like that stuff because I think it actually takes away from that great peppery flavor.
Oh, Mark, it's really hot.
Tell me about it. He just ate the tip.
I know what the season's going to do to me. It blew my mouth out. Now I can't do the rest of the show. You are something else.
Oh, now we're even.
I trusted you. I was teaching when you were doing this. Oh, my goodness. All right. Thank you very much. Enjoy your resting peppers.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to check in with Renata and our hot sauce sommelier, Noah Scheinberg, because I can't even speak anymore. So, Noah, the hottest pepper you have ever eaten, and compare it to that one that Mark just forced me to eat and tricked me into eating over there.
Well, the hottest pepper that I've ever tried personally
You okay, Renata?
No.
is a lot hotter than these sauces. So the hottest pepper is the Carolina Reaper in the Guinness Book of Records, and that one,
Carolina what?
Reaper,
Reaper.
as in Grim Reaper.
Ooh. Yo, look at that. That looks bad. That was what I just ate. That looks the
Is that
same. It looks the same as what I just ate.
It is not the same as what you just ate. If you had just bitten into the Carolina Reaper, your eyebrows would probably be on fire right now.
Oh, gosh. So, Renata, what did you just taste?
Okay, so I've tasted this one, this one, this one, this one, but this one I'm about to put in my bag swag is the jalapeno. I like the jalapeno. Is this the one with cilantro?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's really good.
Let me have a
it's
little
green,
bit.
but it's good.
Maybe to wash the taste of the other one out of my mouth.
That one's good.
And these all have peppers with a little something else with them.
Yeah, we look for flavor over heat, but definitely some of them have a lot of heat too.
No,
Are you kidding me?
this is good. You can take
That's
it,
worse.
Dr. Oz.
That's worse than what Mark
You
gave me.
can take it. If I can, you can.
Yeah. Lots of different flavors represented here. This one's with cilantro and maple. We have with mustard and hot honey. I hear you're a honey guy.
Which is honey? This one?
Yeah,
That
give
one,
that a try.
you don't. That's the one you don't want.
Oh,
I'm
forget
telling
it. Thank you very much.
You're
Renata.
very welcome.
What is this for?
I got you.
This is a pipette. We use these in our shop in Brooklyn to transfer the sauce from the bottles to the tasting spoons.
That's an indication that it's really hot.
Yeah. And, I hate that. With the black gloves, are they a warning sign? That, I mean, it looks criminal.
The black gloves are really for me to remind me at the end of the day not to wipe my eyes after you've been handling hot sauce all day.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark, be careful with your fingers with your eyes. All right, come on. You got to show us some clever ways. All of these are also very low in calories, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Hot sauce is a great way, like you said, to add a lot of flavor without adding a lot of calories.
All right.
That's my number one thing.
So we got 3 different ways that most people have not thought of having hot sauce. Don't put it on your tongue, mainline it like I just did. That's not wise.
Yeah, for us, we love getting creative with hot sauce. So a few things that we have here. We have our oatmeal, which we can try with this original hot sauce. And we know savory oatmeal is a big
Nasty.
option these days.
Am I trying this or you trying it?
We're both going to try it.
We have some Greek yogurt here.
All right, I'll do the
I'll do this
oatmeal.
one. I'll do this one.
For the Greek yogurt, you gotta try.
World.
Just to be hotter to her.
Gotta try with the hot honey on the Greek yogurt. That's what I have for breakfast every day. Put a
This
little
is
bit.
good with the oatmeal.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
Well, oh, geez. Is that a problem?
No, you'll be okay.
Get out of here. You like Mark Shasker.
So the yogurt, the dairy
cheese
in
in
there will neutralize the capsaicin, so they make a great pairing.
I'll tell you, that's a very, very clever idea.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute on the oatmeal.
Isn't that fun?
I think I like
You know,
that.
I tell you, there are two things I'm surprised by. One, it remarkably pairs with the oatmeal. It explodes in your mouth, but the right way. But the yogurt is a home run. We should have savory yogurts like this.
Yeah.
Because the mouth feels good. It dilutes it enough, and to your point, the fat sort of carries it. How come we're not having yogurt with hot sauce? Seriously.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
different. It's different.
Renata, why haven't you brought that to the show so far?
Well, you haven't introduced me to Noah yet. Okay, we just meeting today.
And what's this last thing over here, Noah?
The last one here is a baked apple, simple recipe that you can do in the microwave.
Really?
Like that.
And this one, yeah, really just adding a little kick to anything helps to open up the flavors and really makes you receptive to what's going on.
All right, you try that one. But I'm telling you right now, without even tasting it, the winner for me is this Greek yogurt with that hot sauce, which I want you all to just try. Now, you actually apparently carry a hot sauce condiment with you all the time. Is that true?
I do. I brought about a dozen of them here today.
No, but you don't
yeah.
carry it in your basket all the time.
No, always want to have some on me. It depends. Going to restaurants, it's always fun to bring something that you'll know will pair well. But the best restaurants, in my opinion, are the ones that are going to make their own hot sauce there. So it's always something new to try and some unique
I've
flavors.
got a lot of friends, like Mike Berlin comes on the show, they literally won't go anywhere without it in their jacket pocket, or if it's a female, in her pocketbook. And I think it's a very clever idea. This is a little gift from me to you. I've been waiting for a long time to give this to you.
Can I have the green one?
You can have the green one. It's the
Okay.
least I can do, literally.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. That's the motorcycle medium, Colette Baron Reed. Oh, is you all ready to be read, if you're interested? You curious? Yeah, yes. Some scared, mostly happy.
And the other thing is too, like if you don't want to be read, just go like this, because it's no point. You know, I don't want to pull it from you if you're uncomfortable, especially because there's cameras here, whatever. So I'm just gonna go fast, 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 and they're gonna let me do this for as long as I like, apparently.
That's right.
So we got.
That's right. All right.
There we go. Okay. Diabetes. Somebody died of diabetes or diabetic. I have diabetes. Either you have diabetes. Are you? Do you guys are you all together as a group? All of you? Okay. Did your mother or are you married couple? Yes. So one of your parents has diabetes. Is that correct? Or your grandparent? It runs in your family. I'm usually good with diseases, so no diabetes in your family at all. Oh, maybe it's, okay.
And I have type 2.
Oh, hello, sorry, she's down there. Never mind, I apologize to assume you had diabetes, okay.
They didn't die from
But
diabetes,
they had diabetes.
but they both had diabetes.
And you have type 2
and
diabetes.
I have type 2.
Thank you, okay. Did one of them die with a very fast death, I feel like it was supposed to die of something else and he died of something else. Was there like a septic? I feel like very confusing around my death. Does that make any sense?
She didn't know she was dying.
Right, because I'm very confused, right? So, okay. So here's what's so funny. Very, very, very insistent that she dressed well, right? I mean, like, I gotta be in matchy, also when I die. So she's not too happy the fact that either her teeth weren't put in her mouth
Well,
when
that
she
was
died.
always a big.
Right? Her
yeah,
teeth?
that was a big thing.
Her teeth weren't, and they didn't put it in right. So apparently when she died, do you know this to be true?
No.
Or that was just a thing she kept talking about? They
that
have
was
to put
a
my
thing
teeth in?
the house that she was always very concerned about.
Her teeth, okay.
Yes.
All right, so
Yes.
whatever. And also that things would match. Her personality is such that I want to appear on television well-dressed with my teeth. Okay, do you understand?
Definitely with the teeth.
With the teeth, all right, the teeth.
You all know what I'm thinking. Anybody? What I'm thinking? It's a tough question, but there's one woman here who says yes to this question. Her name is Colette Baron Reed, and she's known worldwide as the motorcycle medium because, well, she loves to ride her Harley. And Colette, the motorcycle medium, says you all have the ability to use your intuition and connect with the other side. Colette Baron Reed is here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
When did you first sense that you had this ability to tell what was going on outside of this known world, to communicate with the dead?
So that's a big, long story. I've always had this since I was a kid, but it kicked in, I think, with a near-death experience when I was 19 years old. I won't go into the details. It was a very violent experience. For about 8 years after that, I became a drug addict and an alcoholic. And then when I got clean and sober, actually when I hit bottom, that's really when it just, everything happened. Like I was in a drug dealer's basement and I went upstairs and I finally just said, help me. And this bubble came around me and this light that said it's over. And now I've been clean and sober 31 years now, so that's a long
for
time
you.
ago.
That it's over alluding to the use of drugs and the alcohol. Is that easy to stop?
Was it easy to stop? Well, I almost died. So when you hit bottom, like every alcoholic and addict has to hit bottom before they can get clean and sober, right? So the stopping wasn't the hard part. It was going through the healing and, devoting myself to a spiritual path, which is really how this gift became viable and how this became something that I could do to help other people, right? So, no, it was a day at a time, right? It was one day at a time you stay clean
So
and
a
sober.
lot of the viewers,
Yes.
a lot of my own staff,
Yep.
are using mediums.
Yep.
So we did a survey. I was
Okay.
curious of how often these issues come up. 72% of you, the recent poll showed this, 72% of Americans believe in an afterlife. And our audience today, all of you are made up of believers and skeptics. So take a look.
I'm a believer. I do think souls live on forever, and some people have the ability to communicate with them.
I'm a skeptic. I totally understand why people would want to hear from their loved ones who passed away, but I think that we should let them rest in peace.
I am actually a complete believer. I think energy never dies, and I think that not only can people that call themselves medium communicate with people on the other side, but that every individual can if you open up your mind to that fact.
I love our audience. They say what they think.
I like that too.
How do you help the skeptics get past their issues?
So I was a skeptic, and for many years I felt that I couldn't quantify what I was doing, and I feel like the integrity of what I was doing was so crucial because I was clean and sober, and you have to always be honest. And I was like, I don't really know what this is. And then when I stopped debating it, because it can't be quantified intellectually, you just can't. Then I thought, well, what if the experience means something? I didn't become a believer, I became a knower.
Yeah. No, I like that. I had not thought of it. It's not a word that I would have used in this conversation. All right, so Colette says the spirit is in the studio right now as we sit here. When we come back, she's going to connect a lost person with a loved one.
So here's the also interesting thing. Growing up, there was another one of you also, right? There was like 4 of you, is this correct?
Four, exactly, yeah.
Okay. And you were the one that always felt that you had to fix everything for everybody, right? And she said that you also were the one that felt that you had to be the caretaker, and you thought you never did anything enough, and you did the most beautiful job that any daughter could have done, and some. And you have to stop thinking you didn't do enough. Do you understand this?
Very much so.
Yes. And she says, like, stop it already. And the thing is, too, is that that's a story that you tell yourself,
Yeah.
that you feel that you have to be needed in order to be wanted, and you don't need to be needed to be wanted. Do you understand this? Yeah. So she wants to say thank you, especially for washing her, because she was very shy. So she wants to say thank you
She
for
was
the...
very private.
And you had to do those things for her, and she hated the nurses, FYI. Your father and her, they are happy again because they didn't get along for a long time, right?
Yes.
They actually lived on anger. That's how they stayed close, was to be angry, and you're scared of that. You don't like, you are so allergic, like, not my circus, not my monkeys, should be your motto, because you get nervous around people that argue like that. She wants you to know they're still arguing, but now it's nice. They don't say bad things to each other
That's
anymore.
wonderful
Do you understand
to know.
that? Yes.
Tell me.
No, that was so dead on. So dead on.
What specifically?
Their relationship, it was always very volatile. I was surprised that they were together for as long as they were, because it was that way. And even at the end, I'm the oldest of the 4. And when she was in the hospital at the end, I had a need to be there every single day.
Well, I hope that helps you a little bit.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Cliff, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Make sure you check out her new book. It's called Uncharted, The Journey Through Uncertainty to Infinite Possibility. We're right back. Today, we make talk show history, bringing 3 of the biggest names in daytime television together on the stage for the first time. Open it up like never before. You guys ready? Ready to meet them all? Come on out, Sally, Jesse, Raphael, Montel Williams, and Jerry Springer. Oh my goodness. Nice to see you.
Where do you sit?
I'll sit next to you. Jerry, how do you get him to do that? How's that possible? I've been doing the show for almost 10 years. They never say Oz, Oz.
Man. Try it one time.
Yeah.
Man. That doesn't sound the same.
Jerry.
Well, my wife
Jerry.
says at my age, it's good that they're chanting your name so you remember who you are. But, but now she wants everyone to chant my address so I know how to get home.
All right, we got videos, we got cringeworthy stuff, inspirational stuff, lots of things in between. You guys ready to get into it?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, no holds barred.
No, go ahead.
All right, competition. Obviously, it's a competitive environment. Folks care about success. How do you deal with the stress of having to perform every single day?
You don't know yet?
Oh, I feel it. I'm just curious how you guys cope with it.
I coped with it because it was guys. They were all guys. And I was the only woman doing it, so I had to work harder and do better. And I have an extremely supportive family. So that worked for me.
And Montel, you've had health issues. I don't know if they were related at all to the stress you were dealing with.
No, you got to remember, like a lot of people don't know, I was on the air for 17 years at the end of my run. Thank you. And Jerry now is way past 17, but at the end of the run, I had done 3,300 shows. I had 36,000 guests seated on the stage.
Oh, my
beside me.
goodness.
So each night I would go home from taping with 24 stories of rape, murder in my head. So, from a stress standpoint, was I stressed out? Not that I thought outwardly, but I knew it took its toll on me. And, I'm glad that I stopped doing it that way, truthfully.
Jerry, will you ever stop?
I did let NBC Universal know that I will be stopping when I'm 104. Because
they thought you were joking.
Because
They'll be rolling
I want
out.
to be able to enjoy my retirement.
Exactly.
No, it's too much fun. I mean, these guys have had serious shows. Mine's stupid. Mine's just a. No, it is.
Well, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's a circus. Now that Ringling Brothers is out.
You're it.
He's the only circus around.
There are only
He's
two
in.
circuses left. Now the Ringling Brothers stopped. It's just, yeah.
What are they?
Yeah.
But,
There are only two circuses, and I'll quit. The only two circuses are me and the White House.
But Mehmet, if you think about it, when you go to a smorgasbord or you go to a buffet, there's always going to be healthy food on one end. There's going to be some heavy stuff in the middle and some dessert here. Everybody goes, and he can be dessert all you want. We tried to do a show that focused on not necessarily what happened, but why things happen, and we try to come up with solutions.
So Daytime has gone through lots of changes, but what made it unique always for me anyway was that you guys were ready to get into some deep stuff. Things that we wouldn't talk about very comfortably. And Jerry, you're modest about this, but you bring it up as well. These are like races and sexual abuse and AIDS and addiction, things that affect us, teen pregnancy. And I put a bunch of them on this board behind me just to remind us how deep we got in this stuff, racism and the like. So what was it like to be on the forefront of that?
I will tell you one thing that a lot of people don't and would not even credit daytime television with. We were the only people to have a discussion about AIDS in a way that no one else did and informed. So rather than have people running around scared of everyone, we gave people an opportunity to see real people. You think about it, we were the reality shows of yesterday. Now the reality shows are giving you the film. We were talking about it, now they're giving you the video of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're on the forefront of some of these issues, sensitive topics, people don't talk about them for a reason. They're sort of taboo. There's angry folks.
They were. We had the first woman on who said she had been raped. No one talked about being raped. No woman dared talk about it at that time. And AIDS and phony breasts if they leak, because you've done that.
Yes.
But I mean those things.
Well, and go back. I go back where you're just saying. Right now, the entire country understands that there's transgendered rights, and people, all of us deserve rights. But on talk shows, when we started, go back in the '90s, I remember interviewing Tula, who was, the Bond girl, who was a transsexual, and the whole country was aghast. But had we not started talking about things like this openly, I don't think America would be the same America it is today.
I agree.
So go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah. In the beginning, when I first started, actually, we did a show on interracial dating. And there were protesters outside the studio complaining about us doing a show about interracial dating. And now, of course, we've had a president who is the product of an interracial marriage. It shows you how the world has changed over these past 2 decades, that what we thought was shocking then is now thankfully acceptable.
Well, let me give you one. During my first year here in New York, I had on my show a son of Metzger, who was then the head of the Aryan Nation. The Aryan Nation put a hit out of me. I had the FBI and local New York police had security on me for almost 9 months straight. Nobody knew about that, but there was a hit on me because I had done a show that embarrassed the son of the head of the Aryan Nation to the point of ridiculousness, and he looked like an idiot. And so, boom.
I'd still watch myself. They're on dead. Well, they're around us.
All right, is there ever been
I don't watch myself.
ever been a show you guys regretted doing, you wish you hadn't done all these years later?
Well, ones like Jerry, but...
Today, TV's biggest talk show host reunion. We are back with Montel, Jerry Springer, and Sally Jessy Raphael. Lots of questions. Montel, if you're still making your show today, how would you do it differently?
I got to tell you, I would do the same show. You know, one of the things I did that I don't think a lot of people did, first off, we were the first show to have an aftercare program. I had a staff psychiatrist that literally sent people off to rehab centers. And I would have stayed the same way. Every producer had on their desk a little card that said, we don't belabor what happens, we try to figure out why things happen, and then we come up with solutions. So I would, it's like what I'm doing with you. You invite me over here to talk about issues that are real issues that give people solutions. That's the kind of show that I would still love to be doing, and now I get to do it with you vicariously, so I'm having enough fun.
It's a blast.
Me.
Thank you.
Please.
Montel came on recently for a big show on stem cells, and we're getting a lot of feedback.
Oh, it's so important.
Yeah. But when you get the U.S. government calling and attorneys general reaching out and major papers, they start to move the
Wait,
needle.
they may change.
Well, no, I got to say this because he's not going to say it about himself. One of the biggest newspapers in this country wrote an article applauding the fact that he was the only one brave enough to call this industry out. You should be applauded for that.
Thank you, Montel.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We did it together. Jerry, you've been there for 25 years. It's a long time.
Yeah,
Why do people keep coming? Why do they keep coming back for more?
Well, our show is so crazy. It's got a niche. I mean, it's a circus. It really is. And so when people are in the mood for a circus or 1 hour of escapism, they watch us. You're not watching our show because it's going to save civilization. You know, I always tell people, may you never be on my show. You know, the president won't come on our show because we pull hair.
It's so tough.
You know, I get upset. I think our show begat Trump in a sense. But I never thought.
Why is that?
Well, the coarseness. The coarseness. But I never thought that someone on my show should be president of the United States. So, I try to keep that separate. So I don't talk politics on my show. But we don't do anything serious.
Some folks may have forgotten this, but I bet most haven't. But you were mayor of Cincinnati. You were in politics.
Yeah, Yeah. Those are the 2 people who voted for me. Yeah. Thank you.
So how do you go from being serious in politics to doing daytime
Because I'm still a serious person when it comes to something that's serious. So when I'm talking politics, I'll have a serious discussion with you. But if I'm doing a crazy show about 2 people wrestling in a vat of chocolate, I can separate the 2.
Was that chocolate or mud they was wrestling in?
The viewer was led to believe it was mud. But we're a clean show. It was chocolate.
All right. I got a fun exercise here. Okay, here's 3 show titles, I gotta say. These are 3 show titles, potentially, of a Jerry Springer show. You've got to tell me, I'm gonna ask my 2 co-hosts here before I get to Jerry. Which of these is not really one of his shows? Did he do a show called Back Off My Jailbird Lover? Did he do a show called Both Brothers Wanna Marry Me? Or did he do a show called Stripper Librarians? Audience, what do you guys think?
1 and 2, not 3.
You think he did the first 2?
I think he did 2 and 3, not 1.
Jerry, do you know the correct answer?
I don't have a clue.
The most telling admittance.
No, well, what happens is they put the titles on after the show because we don't know what's going to happen on the show. Right. So I have no idea what. But I'll go with Stripper Librarians.
Was not the one you did.
Right.
That's the one I said was not.
You're right. You're right. She knows the business.
What's the one piece of advice you've received that you'll never forget? My dad said to me that the minute I stop learning is the minute I start to die. So that's a good one. What's the one app you won't delete from your phone? Facebook. Of course, Facebook. Another one. What's the one food I won't eat? I will eat anything. I am a foodie. How about insects? I will not eat insects, ever. I'm a vegetarian, too. I don't eat any meat, either. Okay, what's the number one book I recommend the most? The All Souls Trilogy by Deborah Harkness, and also all the Harry Potter books, okay? What's the one album you listen to the most? My menopausal mind will not tell me the name of it, but it is the latest Adele album, or the one before the one. 25, the word is 25, that's the number one album.
Who's the one celebrity you can't wait to meet? I'd like to meet a lot of them. Hugh Jackman. What's the number one dessert you can't pass up? Chocolate. Number one career you'd probably have if you weren't in your current position. It would be a toss-up between criminal lawyer and conductor of a locomotive. The number one food you request for special occasions, chocolate, same question. And who's the number one person you talk to every single day? Myself in the mirror.
Is hot sauce, the secret Slim Down.